Good afternoon, thank you very much and welcome here to Shelmiller GA Club in the southeast of County Wexford as we get ready for round 2 of the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship, and a very, very unique pairing we're going to have today. It's Wexford against Monaghan meeting in championship for the first time ever as both teams have crossed paths in the second tier. I'm Darren Kelly, delighted to be joined by former Wexford footballer and All-Star Leona Tector. And Leona, an exciting occasion today for a very, very unique pairing, but plenty of connections between both Wexford and Monaghan.
Yeah, no, there's great connections between Wexford and Monaghan. Monaghan County Board would have been formed, I suppose, by two Wexford men, Pat Quill and Peter Rice, in 1991. And they went on then in 1992 to win the Junior All-Ireland final, which brought them straight to senior. And last year in 2022 was the first time that they've been relegated after 30 years. So it's a great achievement and a great honour, and they're a proud tradition up in Monaghan. You know, they always have really strong football teams at the moment. So I know today's game is going to be really exceptional between these two sides, as both are going to go at it. It's a crunch game to see who's going to take the peckings and not leave the decisions down to next weekend about who's going to head on to the quarter-final stage.
Yeah, Wexford, of course, victory over Roscommon last week, 11 points to 1-7. A win or draw for Wexford today will guarantee their passage to the quarter-final. A victory will guarantee a home quarter-final in that case. But for Monaghan, as Leona touched on there as well, relegated for the first time in 30 years last year. It hasn't been a good campaign. They held their Division 2 stars with a win against Tyrone and a draw against Roscommon. But the Ulster Championship, one they'll want to forget, Tyrone and Antrim losing on that occasion. They've had a change of management since. Hugh Donnelly, the former Leitrim boss, is now in charge of Monaghan. Of course, Lizzie Kent, who's led Wexford to 2 All-Ireland finals, in charge of her own county. And Leona, just taking that point with Monaghan and new management, it's going to be very, very interesting how they react.
Yeah, and look, you know, it's a great bunch of girls. Like, it's still the same settled defence from the league. You know, with there's been very little change from 1 to 7 throughout the National League and the Championship to date. You know, it can be challenging, it can be difficult when, you know, there's a management changeover, or, you know, it can also have a very positive effect. If you look back at Lizzie Kent's reign, the first year she brought them to the All-Ireland final, she came in mid-season as well. So, you know, it's what the players want, and it's how everybody gels together. Hugh, as you said, has been involved with Leitrim and, you know, had been doing a good job with them as well. So, you know, he's not a new beginner to inter-county management. And, you know, as I said, I'm really looking forward to a great day of football today.
We're looking forward to a great day of football. You can just see on your screen there at the moment the Wexford captain, Roisin Murphy, on your left, and Muireann Atkinson, the Monaghan captain, on your right there as well. Bree slightly will favour the team to the right. Hard to gauge exactly as they're going straight. Indeed, it's swirling a little bit. But while we look at the toss there, let's run through the two teams. And we'll start with Wexford. One change from the team that beat Roscommon last week, with Niamh Butler coming into the side. The team in full, Leanne Moore in goal. A full back line of Aisling Halligan, Shauna Murphy and Sarah Harding-Kenny. The half-backs are Bernie Breen, the captain Roisin Murphy and Clara Donnelly. In midfield, Amy Walsh is partnered by Ciara Banville. And in the half-forward line, Niamh Butler coming in on the right wing. Katrina Murray is 11 and Aoife Cullen at 12. Chloe Fox 13, Anya Lacey 14 and Aisling Murphy 15. And Leona, a very, very settled team for Wexford.
Yeah, it is. It's a strong defence that Wexford have put out today. You know, like, you know, there's Shauna and Sarah, you know, they're both from the club here, Roisin and Clara, so they're well used to playing on this ground and this surface. Bernie is a great campaigner, you know, well seasoned and everything like that, you know, having moved here from Kerry. And Aisling has come into her own this year in football in Wexford, like, so she's a really good girl there as well. Looking for up into the forwards, Chloe Fox has been doing a lot of the main scoring for Wexford this year, you know, and it's good support there from Katrina Murray, and good to see Aoife Cullen regaining her place there from the league campaign as well. And it's good for Anya Lacey to be starting at full forward, and we all know what Aisling Murphy can do if she gets the right type of balls.
If one goes out. It was Chloe Fox, as you mentioned there, top scorer, 127. Let's just look at the Monaghan team. There are a few changes. The leave insert effect in both teams at the moment. Wexford have a few players back on the bench, but Monaghan have 3 changes from the side that played Antrim in the Ulster Championship, with Alana O'Donoghue, the goalkeeper, coming in. Kayla Murphy, who actually wears 12 today, and Michaela McCabe, number 19. There's also, as you see in your graphic there, Jodie McQuillan is wearing the number 18 jersey. She did start the last day, but this is the Monaghan team that lines up. In goal is with number 16, Alana O'Donoghue. Full back line of Maeve Monaghan 2, Jennifer Duffy 3 and Emma Clerkin 4. The half back line, Shona Brady 5, Anya Lockman 6 and Breege McNally 7. Amy Hamill is at 8, partnered by Chloe McBride at 9. The half forward line, Rosemary Courtney at 10. Where number 19 is Michaela McCabe, and number 12, Kayla Murphy. And in the inside line, Muireann Atkinson 13, Jodie McQuillan number 18 and Lauren Garland at 15. But Leona, we're expecting a few positional changes in that Monaghan team.
Yeah, so it looks like Jodie McQuillan, and it's great to see her back, starting a game. She was out for most of last year with a long-term injury, so it's great for Jodie to be back. I know she's been back in a couple of the Ulster Championship games. She's come off the bench and she's done very well. I can see, I think from the off, Shona Brady is going to be moving into cornerback, right cornerback, and Maeve Monaghan is taking up the half-back position. But they're the things that we've been told before the game, but you never know once the ball is thrown in what's going to happen.
These teams have met in the league on occasions. Monaghan had a big victory over Wexford back in 2020, but it shows that the fortunes of both counties have changed an awful lot since. Like, we know we're not going to get a 29-point ball game today, but Wexford are the team probably coming in as favourites, even though they're Division 3 stars. They are the home side as well, and they've proven, Leona, that they have that championship pedigree, even if they haven't managed to get their hands on silverware yet.
Yeah, I suppose, Wexford would have to come in as slight favourites, given that they were in the intermediate final last year. But they show 6 changes from the team that lost narrowly to Leash in last year's All-Ireland final. Leanne Moore has come in goal. Amy Walsh has come in and she's taken a midfield position. Niamh English, Aoife Cullen, Chloe Fox and Anya Lacey. They're the players that were on the field today, that didn't start in the All-Ireland final. I think Wexford is going through a slight transition as well in terms of blooding in some newer players. But they given their experience and given the fact that they're kind of a more settled side, you would see that they would have maybe the slightly favourites tag coming in today. You
mentioned about the young players as well, and Monaghan doing the same thing. A raft of players leaving after the 2021 campaign. A lot of experienced names that have played in Croke Park and All-Ireland senior finals, and they've been taking their time to settle as well. But as you said earlier on too, this is a championship. They're dropped down to intermediate for the first time, but they'll feel they can compete here, and if they go home with a result today, that could kickstart a Monaghan revival.
Yeah, when you think of the likes of, you don't see Sharon and Cora Courtney out here, names that are household names, not only just in Monaghan but around the country for what they've done for ladies football, either playing with their club in Emmyvale or in Donamoyne. Aoife and Ciara McAnespy not on, and then you can't forget the McAnallys, Grania and Trays, they've been thereabouts for the last number of years, backbone in this Monaghan team.
Well, we're getting already in position. It looks like Monaghan are going to attack the goal to the right in the first half. You can see the man in green in the middle is Ray McBride from County Dublin. He is the match official. A good team as well, Leona, of officials with him too. And no doubt their performance will be very, very important in this game.
Yeah, no, the officials today is Ray McBride from Dublin. Kathy Ford is his lines person from Wicklow, and Sophie Troy from Waterford. Hopefully we're looking for a fast, free-flowing game of football here today, so we'll see what happens. Of
course, it's going to be very, very important whether you're in Wexford, Monaghan, around the world, or even in County Roscommon, who are in this group as well. We hope you enjoy our coverage here from Shelmiller GA Club, brought to you in association with Stream Sport Ireland on the ladies football stream. All load of matches throughout the intermediate and junior championship taking place. We'll try and update you on some of those over the course of the game, but our focus is solely here. Wexford against Monaghan. Who is going to get the victory in crucial points? Can Wexford qualify for the quarterfinals? The ball is thrown in, the game is on, and Rosemary Courtney, a key player, getting a touch there for Monaghan, gives the ball back to Maeve Monaghan. Interchange of play very good. Muireann Atkinson out involved in the action as well. Her experience very, very vital for this Monaghan team, and she takes possession in the middle of the park as both players settle into positions. Anya Lockman wears the number 6 jersey for Monaghan as she hovers on the 65-metre line looking for options up in the attack. Monaghan, of course, just with 20 named on the match programme, and they've lost a few of those since due to the leave insert. Rosemary Courtney again. She was a mascot back in the 2011, I think it was, All-Ireland final when her sister Sharon was the captain, and she has the experience of playing in Croke Park, and she helped Monaghan get back there later in the year. Ball kicked down by Lauren Garland in towards the attack, looking for Chloe McBride. Chloe McBride trying to find a way inside, and Monaghan just holding onto the ball at the moment, looking for the opportunity to get the first kick at the post. As I mentioned, that breeze swirling around, but it will slightly favour Monaghan in the early stages. And I suppose, Leona, just for confidence, Monaghan just want to get their hands on the ball for a few minutes and see can they probe this Wexford defence.
Yeah, they've just been, everybody's getting a touch, getting a feel. They've opened at a fast pace, but in fairness to the Wexford defence, they have actually blocked off that area and there was no way through for Monaghan there.
A wide ball there for Monaghan, as you would have seen on your screen. The first attack of the game. We've 80 seconds gone in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship, and a chance for Leanne Moore to start a first Wexford attack. Clara Donnelly, a very, very mobile player, can cover defence and attack, lays the ball off in towards the middle of the field. Bernie Breen passes off to a teammate as well, and Wexford will just try and find a way inside there. Number 12 is Aoife Cullen, and Aoife Cullen wins the foul committed by the other number 12, Kayla Murphy, and Aoife takes it very, very quickly in towards the attack. Wexford didn't get any goals last week in their victory against Roscommon. They would like to get one or two today. Aisling Murphy with the ball off to Aoife Cullen again. You can see Chloe Fox involved in the move. Aisling Murphy back to Chloe Fox. Chloe Fox with a kick at the post. It's going to be close, and is it gone out for a 45? I think it's been indicated. The umpire has to hand up, so Wexford are going to get another goal, Leona.
Yeah, no, it was good intra-pass and play started, I suppose, by Clara Donnelly in the defence. Clara's a very experienced player, as you mentioned. You know, can come up and down the field, can play equally at home in attack as defence. Laid off a ball there into Aoife Cullen, and Aoife played a couple of 1-2s in to get Aisling Murphy. It's all about getting hands on the balls at the moment, and just making sure that everybody's settling down and getting comfort. So we're heading into the first 45 here now. Yeah,
as you mentioned, hands on the balls there. Everybody's trying to decide what ball we're going to use for this, because there was two behind the goal and one over the dugouts. But eventually Chloe Fox has been given a lead, Roach, and she kicks it back to our captain, Roisin Murphy. And Roisin Murphy is going to try and gain some ground here for Wexford, and Roisin Murphy cutting through the Monaghan defence. This is good from the captain of Wexford. Goes for the kick at the post. The opening score of the game. It's taken nearly 3 minutes. It's Roisin Murphy with the point. Wexford 1, Monaghan 0.
Yeah, great run from the defence by Roisin, and great confidence to finish it over the bar.
Lizzie Kent will be happy with that for Wexford. Monaghan need to be careful now as Rosemary Courtney comes back to give support to Alana O'Donoghue from the Emmyvale club in goal today for Monaghan. And they'll hold possession. And again, the instructions from Hugh Donnelly will be to just gain possession. Monaghan trying to build up confidence. Amy Hamill in the middle of the park there on your screen with possession. The referee has spotted a foul off the ball. So we're going to be bringing it up here for a Monaghan free, I do believe. And Rosemary Courtney there just waiting to see exactly how far she's been allowed bringing it up. But the referee spotted something, and he's bringing it up into a very, very scoreable position. It's one thing we've noticed, Leona, this year in particular, referees getting very, very strict on any off-the-ball activity. I didn't see the incident too because we were following the play, but Monaghan have a big chance.
Yeah, following the ball there, but it looked like it was something to do with Jodie McQuinlan and Shauna Murphy there, and Jodie got the benefit of the doubt there, and now Monaghan have an easy shot. Ooh.
Well, Chloe McBride didn't take advantage of that easy shot there, and they just can't keep it in play. That'll be disappointing for Monaghan, because that was an opportunity that you're not going to get too many of those over the course of the 60 plus minutes that we see here. Wexford won't waste time restarting the game. Leanne Moore to Bernie Breen, and Bernie Breen wins a free in defence. Two Monaghan players around her, and Bernie bringing her experience to this Wexford team. Back to Leanne Moore, and Leanne Moore which go back to Bernie as well. So a bit of 1-2 between the number 1 and the number 5 for Wexford. But Wexford now have the ball in the middle of the park and going on the move again as Aoife Cullen sends it down in towards the attack. The bounce just getting away from Chloe Fox on that occasion, and Monaghan take back possession. 2 times All-Ireland champions were Monaghan back in 1996 and 1997. They played 9 finals in total, the most recent in 2013. 10 years ago Monaghan were playing on All-Ireland final day. Can they do that again in this particular year? Well, they need to get a score to get themselves up and running. Lauren Garland with the ball gives it to Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney finds a teammate, a kick at the post, and it comes off. It was Muireann Atkinson who took the strike there. Might fall for Rosemary Courtney here yet, and Monaghan again will have another go. But Wexford, you can just see themselves position themselves around the defence, closing out the space. Chloe McBride has no choice but to send it back to Kayla Murphy, and Kayla Murphy will send it down towards the corner. Great take there on that occasion by Maeve Monaghan, wearing number 2, but in the corner forward role. The pass back towards Michaela McCabe. She wears number 19, but Wexford being very, very disciplined and not letting Monaghan get through very easily. But Rosemary Courtney eventually gets the free in. Monaghan get rewarded for their endeavour, Leona, but Wexford didn't make it easy.
Yeah, Monaghan been unlucky there, you know, ball off the upright, but they were the quickest team to react, recycle the ball, and impressive. Shona Brady is not, Maeve Monaghan is not afraid to be up the field, and attacking, and she's, as you say, she's wearing number 2 on her back.
Chloe McBride scored 7 points in the Ulster Championship. Can she get her first today after the poor miss? She responds very, very well. 6 minutes into the game, the sides are level here. It's Wexford 1 point, it's Monaghan 1 point, but again, Wexford not wasting time, but their own players weren't ready for this, and now this is an opportunity for Monaghan to do a bit of damage as Muireann Atkinson gives the pass off to Anya Lockman. There was a foul committed in the process, so we're going to have another free in here for Monaghan, and all of a sudden Wexford wanting to play it very, very fast. The referee ticking a Wexford defender, and Monaghan could find themselves in front.
Yeah, I see that, the tactic must be to keep the kickouts moving very, very fast, but that's only something the goalkeeper can actually call, and if their teammates aren't ready, she needs to readjust and reset that motion.
Jodie McQuillan is the player that takes the free. She puts the ball over the bar, so Monaghan go 2 points to 1 in front. And that's the start that they wanted after a couple of early misses. Leanne Moore will be taking her time in this particular kick out, looking for Bernie Breen, but the bounce has gone Monaghan's way. They're starting to settle into the game. Michaela McCabe moving forward there, finds a teammate. This is good from Monaghan. Bjorn Atkinson on the ball again with the white boots, gives it back to another with the white boots and the white socks. That is Chloe McBride, and Chloe McBride puts it over the bar in barely just over 60 seconds. It's 3 scores in a row for Monaghan, the first one play, and they lead by 3 points to 1.
Yeah, great attacking football by Monaghan. Wexford really need to settle down and make sure that we actually gain possession from the kick out. It's so important.
Leanne Moore again going long and just trying to find it right. The bounces there just getting away. The ground here in Shelmalier looking absolutely fantastic for championship football on this Sunday, the 18th of June. And as we see the steps there go against, we are watching ladies football, but a happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the country, around the globe that are watching this game, and of course the fathers of the players out on the field to play as well. You're here to support your family, your friends, and we hope you're enjoying our coverage here from Shelmalier GAA Club. Number 7 for Monaghan is Breed McNally. She sends the ball out towards the left. The referee has their hand up again, but trying to give a bit of an advantage as Monaghan go moving down towards the attack. Lauren Garland trying to come inside, finds a teammate there. This is good from Monaghan. This is great football from Monaghan. Unfortunately for themselves, that ball goes to the right and wide. 3 wides for Monaghan in the game so far, Leona, but they're creating an awful lot of chances, but they're starting to just settle into this contest and flowing nicely.
Yeah, no, they've definitely started the brighter, the fastest of the two teams. They don't seem to be phased at all by Wexford, and I didn't expect them to. As we say, these teams haven't met each other before, so it's 0-0. So there's no known game between them before. Wexford really need to settle themselves down, and they need to be careful and watch the amount of advantages that they're given to Monaghan in terms of potential frees. So I just think Wexford really need to settle down now and see if they can get themselves into this game.
Yeah, they're just trying to work out exactly what way they want to restart the play. They were going quick at the start, but realising that isn't working out. But this time Leanne Moore takes a bit of thought, gives it to Clara Donnelly, and Clara Donnelly to Sarah Harding-Kenny, the player of the match in last week's victory against Roscommon. Pass off to Ciara Banville. What a second half she had in that particular game. But there goes Sarah Harding-Kenny again, moving down the left, going up against Breed McNally. And the referee not happy with the challenges. He is trying to give the players time to move it on, but he's definitely punishing any contact at the moment. I'll get Leona's thoughts on that in a moment, but the kick from Sarah Harding-Kenny, not her best. And Breed McNally takes the ball back for Monaghan. Lauren Garland back helping out the defence as well. The goalkeeper, Lana O'Donoghue, with a kick out towards the left, and Monaghan just happy to receive the ball now and trying to move it out the field. That is made Monaghan trying to find a way. She needed support. The support is there from Rosemary Courtney, but Monaghan playing with the ball inside their own 20-metre line as Wexford do their version of the press. However, the space works out for Kayla Murphy. And Kayla Murphy now moves towards the 65-metre line. Good kick down there, looking for Chloe McBride. It might come for Chloe yet, but Bernie Breen is there. Bernie Breen with the ball. The referee spotted a tug of the jersey. A free out for Wexford. End-to-end stuff. 10 minutes gone here so far. If you're just joining us, Monaghan in front by 2 points, 3 points to 1. And a bit of a harsh one, it has to be said, that going against Roisin Murphy in that occasion. Or actually, the decision is going Roisin Murphy's way. I thought for a moment the referee indicated a Monaghan free. Roisin gets the decision. Harsh one against Monaghan too, it has to be said, but they need the breaks again. Anya Lacey with the ball, the far side of the field, trying to find a way in, and the steps go against Wexford. Going to be a free out for Monaghan.
Yeah, it's frantic here. They're not taking a breath at all, and they're pushing up and down the field, both teams. Taking frees maybe that little bit too quickly, and giving, after all the hard work of winning a free, giving back possession to the opposing team.
Lauren Garland, the far side of the field, getting ready to restart another attack. Anya Lockman very, very busy in the early stages of this game, looking for her teammate, but didn't find it on that occasion. Wexford well positioned. Looks like Shauna Murphy, the player that kicked the ball down the field. The referee has spotted the tanglement again between the two players, and it happened for Monaghan earlier on, but it breaks now for Wexford as Ashley Murphy, judged to be impeded by Jenny Duffy. And the referee again making a note of the tick. It's going to be a free for Wexford on the 45-metre line as they try and get their second score of the game. They did open the account with through Roisin Murphy. Ciara Banville was running into the space, but it's going to be dropped back to Roisin, and you can hear the wind picking up in the background here in Shelmalier GA Club in County Wexford as Bernie Breen moves the ball down, gives the pass off for Aoife Cullen. Aoife Cullen has a teammate out the far side of the field, and that is Niamh Butler, the one change from last week's victory. Bernie Breen, a very acute angle, be a good score. She gets it. That goes across the goal. It mightn't go wide yet. It might just be kept in play. Wexford have possession again as Aisling Murphy tries to move inside. The referee says she was fouled in the process. No advantage given to Ciara Banville, and it's going to be a free in for Wexford. They haven't scored in 9 minutes. A chance here for Chloe Fox to bring it back to a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, great work there again by Aisling Murphy not to let that ball out, but there is obviously a tactic here where Shona Brady is to pick up Aisling Murphy, and they're two physically strong girls, tall, so it's going to be a great battle for the day.
Chloe Fox getting ready. She hasn't scored in this game. 127 coming into this match in the championship so far. So Chloe Fox with the free for Wexford. Looks on target from our angle. The umpires like it as well. The ball has gone over the bar. 12 and a half minutes gone. It's 2 points to Wexford, 3 points to Monaghan.
Yeah, great score there by Chloe just to settle the team down again.
So Alana O'Donoghue now taking her time trying to find an option here as Monaghan get themselves settled. Rosemary Courtney is the target. She's up against Amy Walsh, and Amy's done well there to win it back for Wexford, though the linesperson has the flag out, so the ball did go out of play. Off the Wexford player it's judged as well, so it's going to be a Monaghan ball, and you can see there the Wexford manager Lizzie Kent just wanting to get things moving again there, organise her troops. She knows how important this game is here as well. Just to book a place in the knockout stages. Wexford do not play next week. Monaghan will host Roscommon. That's in round 3 of the All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. But we're watching Muireann Atkinson. Muireann Atkinson out to Chloe McBride. Chloe McBride looking for a chance for a shot, and Chloe McBride puts the ball over the bar. The break went Monaghan's way. They took it very, very well. Chloe gets her second. It's 4 points to 2.
Yeah, excellent score there by Chloe. Great pace and great space and a great shot.
And you can see there the background is Wexford very, very quick. This might break with Jodie McQuillan. And the ball goes out to the right and wide. It was the kick out again from Wexford, just having a few problems with that. Muireann Atkinson applied the pressure, and Jodie McQuillan with the snapshot just couldn't get it on target. But Leona, we've been watching this so far, and Wexford just struggling to really get their kick out strategy right.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a trait in the championship so far. It's such a vital thing, to give your players the opportunity to get on the ball.
Four wides in this game for Monaghan, none for Wexford so far. They've had 145. Clara Donnelly offloads the ball. Roisin Murphy involved in the action as well. And Wexford look to respond very, very quickly as Amy Walsh takes possession in the attacking third of the field. Gives the ball out the far side of the field. Now this is Chloe Fox. And Chloe Fox moving down the right, surrounded by white jerseys. But Chloe has done well to get herself in position. Needs a bit of support and brings it back towards Niamh Butler. Niamh Butler has Bernie Breen there to help out as well. And Bernie now will hop the ball, pass it off to Ciara Banville. Ciara likes to attack. She decided to kick it first time, though. Might work out. Aisling Murphy with a chance of shot. A goal for Wexford. A goal for Wexford. I thought for a moment that Ciara Banville would go on a run, but she spotted Aisling Murphy inside, and a welcome tonic for the home team, and they go in front. It's 1-2 to 4 points.
Yeah, excellent goal by Aisling Murphy. You have to question, was Ciara Banville actually going for a point, or did she actually mean that pass? And in the hindsight, we're going to give her the opportunity that she meant that pass. But a great turn by Aisling, and that's how she's so dangerous and gave the keeper no chance in the goal.
We were just talking there. Aisling Murphy, of course, only got 1 point against Roscommon last week. Many would have expected more for her. That's her 4th goal in this year's championship. She got 3 during the Leinster campaign. A foul committed on Clara Donnelly, and Clara restarts the action. And Wexford sense this is a moment now to stamp their authority on this game. Aoife Cullen to Ciara Banville, back to Aoife. Aoife Cullen gets inside the 2 Monaghan players, looks for support. The support is Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray back to Ciara Banville again, and the two of them playing a 1-2. Katrina the ups to hand pass it inside a 1-2 with Aisling Murphy, and here comes Katrina Murray. Chance for a second goal, and a good stop there by Alana O'Donoghue to force it out for a 45. But Wexford are smelling blood at the moment, and you would feel they should have got a second goal there.
Yeah, no, it was great interplay between the girls there, and Katrina is such a slippery fish. She dodges to go one way and go the other, and if she sees half a gap, she'll be gone through it. She'd be disappointed with herself that she didn't do better with that shot, but a great save there as well by Alana O'Donoghue. Got got her foot out, and it's a 45 for Wexford.
Alana O'Donoghue will be happy with that. It could be a very, very important block as this game continues. We're gone inside the second quarter here in Chelmalier GA Club in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Wexford 1-2, Monaghan 4 points. A very, very enjoyable game, it has to be said. Wexford enjoying a purple patch at the moment. Can they do more damage as Roisin Murphy goes in the attack again? She got the opening score of the game, kicking it inside, looking for a player there. There's a chance for a shot, a goal! A goal for Wexford, and a second one into the back of the net, and it's now a bit of distance between them. It was Aisling Murphy with the strike, and it's 2-2 to 4 points.
Yeah, an excellent ball in by Roisin. Aisling is on her game, and she's such a danger in around that area and that zone. So Wexford need to keep getting the ball into her and letting her keep do this damage.
Well, Chloe Fox is well capable of doing damage as well. She has it again, sending a shot towards the post. Didn't really see anybody going inside, and I think that's officially Wexford's first wide of this game. But they now lead by 4 points after Monaghan playing the better football. You would feel the opening quarter there's a Monaghan player on the ground at the moment. Wexford have taken 2 goals, put themselves in a strong position, and especially Leona, with the fact is whatever wind advantages here Wexford are going to have in the second half.
Yeah, but I suppose the wind never won or lost a game on anybody, and that's what I've always sworn by as I've played a game of football. So, it has swung in halves here. Like, it looked like Monaghan were in total control, and to be fair to Wexford, they've turned it around and they've started putting the pressure back on. I expect Monaghan now to do exactly the same, and I think this is the game of football we're going to have for the day.
Well, we've seen Monaghan threaten 1 or 2 goal opportunities. Most recently, Jodie McQuillan's snapshot off the ground there, and of course, if that had gone in, it could be a completely different game. With Wexford going with the momentum they have at the moment, as we wait to be start played as a Monaghan player on the ground there, just receiving attention. So we're just having a hold up, a chance for a few players to get a drink of water, or management teams to get a few messages out on the field of play to their respective teams as well. Such an important contest this is, but thankfully everybody's okay, fit to go. Alana O'Donoghue, the Monaghan goalkeeper, to restart the action and looking for options, goes for the short kick towards Rosemary Courtney, but you can see Clara Donnelly there as well, and Rosemary forced backwards. Katrina Murray judged to have illegally impeded the Monaghan number 10, and it's going to be a free out for the Ulster side, and this works out better for them as it's won by Maeve Monaghan. She gives it to Anya Lockman, and Anya Lockman moving up towards the 65-metre line, and Monaghan know they need to get a score quickly in response to that. Wexford have scored 2 goals in succession since Monaghan led by 4 points to 2. Miriam Atkinson is a player that can inspire that turnaround as she works towards the 45-metre line, but you can see again Wexford disciplined when they're challenging the ball. The referee, I don't know if he indicated a free there. No, play continues on. He was sending a message there to someone, maybe explaining why he wasn't given the free. Anya Lockman out to the left to Breach McNally. Breach McNally to Jodie McQuillan, and Jodie just trying to see can she come back inside again, gives the pass off for Kayla Murphy, and Kayla Murphy just being held up there. The referee has blown the whistle, so it's going to be a Monaghan free. 19 minutes gone, but it's given away to Bernie Breen, and Bernie Breen for Wexford now waiting for support from Sarah Hardy and Kenny. The 2 players collided. The referee is saying no foul, but he's going to hold it up for a second, and it was just 2 players committed going for possession.
Yeah, it looks like Laura Garland came out the worst for that one. Wexford should have possession kick from this, but Sarah is a really committed player when she goes for a ball, so that was just pure commitment. I don't think there's a free either way, but we'll wait and see what the referee does. Again, it's so congested. Wexford are getting players back into the defence. It's hard. When you're taking those frees, you really need to make sure that the pass is on for that free. If not, winning the free, you're just handing possession straight back to the opposition.
Lauren Garland represented Ulster University when she was playing colleges football, and of course was the Croke Park Player of the Month back in October 2019. One of the bright young talents in Monaghan football as they bring players through, and of course as we talked about Monaghan struggling in recent years, failing to get out of the groups of the senior championship between 2018 and 2021, and of course the relegation last year. She's back on her feet. They were in an All-Ireland minor final recently. We are seeing players who represented them that day against Cork out in the field to play here as well, and of course this might take a couple of years to turn around Monaghan's fortunes, but they're going to nurture that talent and hope for themselves that it'll work out.
Yeah, they won the Ulster final this year in minor, so and they won the minor B All Ireland last year, so they are there, and there's players getting experience and getting into the swing of things. So I see this transition in Monaghan not lasting too long, hopefully for them.
And as you mentioned there, the Ulster minor victory this year, Cork, good work being done at under 16 level as well, and even younger than that there too. So there's a plan in place to bring these back up, but of course it's getting through these difficult years. But that being said, one goal in this game could change the whole complexion of this particular contest. But it's advantage Wexford at the moment. Anya Lacey has the ball, the far side of the field. Will she restart the action inside the 65? No, we're going to have a throw-in ball. Breed McNally is there from Monaghan too. The referee, Ray McBride from Dublin, just bringing it back a small bit. You can see players hovering around nearby. He wants the ball back, just the two in front of him, and he's determined to make sure that he gets people back as far as he wants it. He's having a chat with a Wexford player there, but we restart the action, and Anya Lacey uses her height to advantage to win the ball and to win the free. You can hear the Wexford support and the Wexford dugout on your screen there applauding Anya Lacey's good work there, and they nearly lost possession, but they've managed to win it back at Sarah Harding-Kenny, back to Roisin Murphy. 22 minutes gone, and the ball is brought back to Aisling Halligan, and Aisling Halligan trying to launch an attack. Sarah Harding-Kenny and the full back line are up in the attacking half of the field trying to get Wexford moving, but they've lost possession. Can they get players back quick enough? I can see Bernie Breen is dropped back there. Another player has too, but Monaghan moving the ball through Maeve Monaghan. Maeve Monaghan to Kayla Murphy. Kayla Murphy to Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney down the right, goes for a kick at the post. That could inspire them. The ball is out for a free. That wide will not count. We're going to have a free in for a tug of the jersey, and Leonie, you would just feel this is a score that Monaghan have to put over the bar.
Yeah, they've been putting pressure on Wexford, but again, you know, that ball that was given away was because, you know, Wexford hand passed, it was intercepted, you know, turnover to Monaghan, and all of a sudden the pressure is back on. Wexford were very quick to shore up the hole, but Monaghan are coming on the attack all the time, and Rosemary Courtney is constantly looking to be the feeder and the runner for Monaghan.
Well, we believe there's been a change there for Monaghan. I think that Kayla Murphy's gone off, and number 11, which will be Amy Garland, is on the field to play. So Monaghan have made a substitution there, and Amy Garland, we thought, wouldn't be able to start due to leaving cert commitments, but she is on the field to play anyway, and she is starting this game anyway. We're looking at Chloe McBride taking this free. Chloe McBride puts the ball over the bar. 23 minutes gone. It's a score that Monaghan needed, and it's her fourth of the day for Chloe, and it's back to a one-goal game. It's 5 points to 2-2.
Yeah, an excellent score there. I think it was a double substitution. I think 12 and there's another girl gone off there as well, is there?
We'll double check that there at the moment. I haven't seen that one there too, but you could be right. Monaghan have a sideline kick right in front of us here, so we'll confirm that second substitution when we have the details, but there's definitely one anyway and possibly two, as we're looking at a Monaghan free here and Chloe McBride to restart the action. So Chloe McBride kicking it back towards Anya Lockman, and Anya Lockman moving forward the field there. So has a bit of space, but decided not to take on Roisin Murphy on that occasion. Finds a teammate again in Monaghan, back to Muireann Atkinson. Muireann Atkinson on the 45-metre line, weaving a little bit of magic there to get inside. Gives the pass off for Lauren Garland. Lauren Garland wants to turn on the right peg, not given the space in that occasion, so gives the pass across to Anya Lockman from Carrickmacross. Anya Lockman pushes forward towards the 20-metre line, has gained a bit of ground. She's done well here, weaving through three players. Unfortunately for herself, it just went against her in the end, and it's going to be a free out for Wexford.
Yeah, free out for Wexford there. You know, she just turned and took the player down. You know, I don't think there was anything malicious in it.
Well, I can tell you there was that second substitution, because I can see Leanne Maguire out in the field to play there for Monaghan too. So she is on. You can see her there, number 14, just on your screen, and she's playing in the attack. We'll confirm exactly who went off for her in just a few moments there. But that's a great take on that occasion by Amy Walsh for Wexford, out towards Aoife Cullen, but ball foul in the ground, so it's going to be a Wexford ball, and Wexford want to get on with it very, very quickly. 5 minutes to half time, and Aoife Cullen was determined to get her hands on that ball, but not been allowed to take the free as quickly as she would have liked. But Aoife Cullen will restart the action. She got a late point against Roscommon last week. Since the ball down towards the attack, this is Chloe Fox. Chloe Fox is Aisling Murphy beside her. She can lay the ball off. Aisling Murphy's inside, and the referee says too many steps, and that's going to be a free out. And it's one infringement, Leona, for both teams, that he's not letting go in this game. That's the steps.
Yeah, no, and he's right on that occasion. You know, it was tight. You know, Chloe did well to hold on to possession with so many Monaghan girls around her, but he was right. She overcarried the ball.
So she overcarried the ball. The decision goes against her. I don't see Michaela McCabe out there, so she could be the player that went off the field to play to allow Leanne McGuire to come on. So that's the double substitution for Monaghan, and Hugh Donnelly not wasting any time to using his bench here and trying to get his team back in the match. They only trail by 3 points. 4 minutes to half time. It's Wexford 2-2, Monaghan 5 points, and it's going to be a Monaghan free on their own 65-metre line. They'll certainly want to get another score or two before half-time as they drive up the field. Lauren Garland back there helping out the defence. Lauren Garland has played cornerback for Monaghan before too, so she's well capable to cover all the ground. Rosemary Courtney with a long ball down towards Chloe McBride. And Chloe McBride, I think she wanted to get it first time with that ball creep in. It looks good from our angle, and the ball has gone over the bar. Another excellent score from Chloe McBride. And to think of the poor miss she had at the start, Leona, she's really proven to be probably Monaghan's top player since.
Yeah, she's getting herself into, I don't know, she's actually I think she's taken up a corner forward position, even though she's wearing number 9, but she's getting herself into great positions, and she's great on a one-on-one. She's well able to take those balls down, find her space and put them over the bar. 2
points between the teams. Wexford 2-2, Monaghan 6 points, and Wexford on the move there again. Back in defence as Niamh Butler lays the ball off. It's back with Bernie Breen to Aoife Cullen, and Aoife Cullen now will move up towards the 65-metre line. There's a player out on the left for Wexford, if somebody can see her off camera, and that's Aisling Halligan. But Clara Donnelly is focusing what's in front of her at the moment. A long kick down, and this might work out nicely for Aisling Murphy. She's on a hat-trick. Can she finish it off for Wexford? Has the space, has a shot. Another stop by Alana O'Donoghue. A second save for her, but definitely even more important. And what a move there on that occasion as the referee blows the whistle again. But Aisling Murphy, you would have put your house in her putting that to the back of the net. But Alana O'Donoghue coming to Monaghan's rescue again.
Yeah, Lana was well up for the challenge there. You know, everybody knew what was on Aisling's mind, you know, and she kicked it straight to her there. You know, you would have bet that she would have actually sidestepped, dummied it and gone in, but didn't work out on this occasion. And I suppose then Aisling Halligan, gave away the free. Silly to be tackling the keeper so hard as she was like that, you know, so she's just turned around what could have been a pressurised situation into an easy free out for Monaghan now.
And a chance for them to compose themselves. We've 2 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half. We don't have a stop clock here today, so it'll be the discretion of the referee how much added time that we have. But Monaghan on the move, and they know, can they get another score, bring it back to a 1-point ball game. That will be their target. That'll be the target of Rosemary Courtney. And Rosemary Courtney gives the pass to Emma Clerkin, and Emma Clerkin back to Jodie McQuillan, and Monaghan just resetting to go again. Anya Lockman there with the ball, and she is a teammate, Breed McNally. Aisling Murphy coming out to put some pressure on this Monaghan phase of play in the middle of the park, but Anya Lockman will go again. She might give it to Amy Garland, not to be, and moves towards the 45-metre line. A low kick in towards the attack. Chloe McBride there in possession again and does well to skip past a few players. Has great handling of the ball, waited to hold up, but the pass didn't work out the way that she would have wanted. Jodie McQuillan missing out, and Wexford doing well to win the ball. I think it was Aisling Murphy that actually won it first. Shauna Murphy in possession now, gives the ball back, and Wexford now will bring it towards the 45-metre line. Sarah Harding-Kenny on the move, but the solo went away from her, and Monaghan take it back. It ebbs and it flows, but if this works out nicely for Monaghan, there could be an opportunity. It was Rosemary Courtney who sent the ball down looking for Leanne McGuire, not to be though.
Yeah, no, it wasn't to be, and that was great interception by Aisling Murphy. You know, by Aisling Halligan. She did a great interception there, and it was averted the danger. Monaghan could have been easily in for a goal.
Yeah, if that ball had fallen for Leanne McGuire, you wouldn't know what way that would have worked out, but you would have fancied her to get the score. Aisling Halligan doing very, very important. Anyway, the other end, Ciara Banville down to Aisling Murphy. Aisling Murphy is determined to get this hat-trick before half-time, you would feel. Tried to get the pass into Amy Walsh, but great hands there from Monaghan to intercept that, and they'll bring it up the field, and they'll move it quickly as well. Amy Garland is determined to move towards the 65-metre line. Just been blocked down by Niamh Butler, but has found a teammate. That teammate is the sister Lauren, of course, and Lauren gives it back to Jodie McQuillan, and Jodie McQuillan across towards the right, towards Breed McNally, and Breed McNally now inside the 65-metre line, looking for a way inside. and she gives a pass back towards Muireann Atkinson, and Muireann Atkinson with a long kick down towards Bernie Breen. But that wasn't the intended target, but Bernie Breen is happy to win the race for that ball. It goes out over the line. It's going to be a sideline kick for Wexford. We have played over 30 minutes of the first half. A very, very enjoyable game it has been as well. But Wexford in possession as they try and move it up the field. Sarah Harding-Kenny back to Bernie Breen. And Bernie Breen up towards the 65-metre line to Aoife Cullen. And Aoife Cullen there holds it up again. And now it's Roisin Murphy outside the 65-metre line looking for a long kick down towards the attack. Wexford trying to probe gaps and look for Chloe Fox in the play. There was two players around her there, and they don't think there was ever any doubt about the decision. Well, what way is the decision going? The referee wanted the ball, but it looks like it's going to be Chloe Fox's. And there is going to be a hold up in play here as well. And just a couple of moments before the half-time break as Chloe Fox receives some attention. Of course, a dual star for Wexford. Played 2 games in about 20-hour period last week, a draw against Kilkenny and of course the victory against Roscommon, but here this weekend solely focused on the football, and she's okay, gets the drink of water, and she get ready to restart the action as the referee there just chatting to medics and personnel from respective managements. But Wexford now, can they finish this half with a big score? Chloe Fox, it looks like she's going to aim it at the target. Or is she going to sell the dummy to us as she's done before in this match? Looking for a runner off the ball. Decides to kick it back towards Bernie Breen. 32 minutes gone in the first half. Bernie Breen in possession and passes it out towards the right. And it's back to Bernie as well. And Bernie on the move too. And down towards the right, and Bernie Breen just being held up there, but does well to find Nee Butler. Nee Butler coming inside there, but 3 jerseys around. Breath McNally with the important block there from Monaghan on that occasion. Muireann Atkinson with possession as Monaghan sees there one more scoring chance before we go to the half-time break. And back to Muireann Atkinson, gives it to Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney coming towards the 65-metre line, and the break there between the two lines, and looking around for option, but she gives it to Leanne Maguire. Leanne Maguire on the move there, skips past Bernie Breen out towards Muireann Atkinson. And Muireann Atkinson inside the 45-metre line down on the left flank, looking for a better option. Gives a kick in towards the space, and this is with Amy Garland. And Amy Garland now with a kick at the post, and is that good? That's gone over the bar, floated nicely over for Amy Garland. She kicked it well, and it's back to a 1-point ball game. It's 7 points to 2-2.
Yeah, an excellent point there by Amy. You know, you have to comment on the two teams. It's such a high-paced game. They haven't stopped, they haven't slowed down.
They haven't indeed, and they're continuing to keep going as well. Of course, Amy Garland wasn't out this game for leaving certain reasons. She is a twin sister of Lauren, of course, went to Ulster University as well. But this is Aisling Halligan. Aisling Halligan with a kick in towards the attack. This could be a Wexford opportunity, and this could be the opportunity Ashley Murphy is looking for. Gives it off for Katrina Murray. It's a goal for Wexford. They get the third goal. Katrina Murray putting the ball into the back of the net. A blow for Monaghan after a wonderful score from Amy Garland. But that's exactly the Predator-style instincts that Wexford needed, and Katrina Murray gets the strike.
Yeah, brilliant ball in by Aisling Halligan into Aisling Murphy, and Aisling Murphy was unselfish there, you know, tied it up and released Katrina to make sure that it went to the roof of the net.
You just heard the referee there blow the half-time whistle. Wexford getting a 4-point advantage again, 3-2 to Wexford, 7 points to Monaghan. Leona Tector, your overall assessment of the first half?
It's been an excellent game of football. You know, we've had Monaghan starting off, being in control, having Wexford under pressure, Wexford responding, you know, Monaghan responding again, you know, Wexford putting the pressure on. And I think, you know, I think it's where the score is where it should be at the moment. Wexford are that little bit ahead of them, but there's been opportunities for Monaghan. They could put the ball into the back of the net. This game is well open, you know, and I'm looking forward to the second half.
We certainly are looking forward to the second half as well, but the goals, the difference between these teams, and Wexford have them. They've got 3 of them, 2 from Aisling Murphy and 1 from Katrina Murray, give them a 4-point advantage at the break here in Shelmalier GA Club. We're going to take a break for a few minutes before we have full live coverage of the second half of this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. As things stand, Wexford are set to have a home quarter-final, but a lot of football to be played. Yes, the half-time score here, it's Wexford 3-2, Monaghan 7 points. Good afternoon, thank you very much and welcome back here to Shelmalier GA Club in County Wexford. This is the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. If you watched the first half, you would have seen an enjoyable contest, but the 3 goals in Wexford, the difference between the teams, it's Wexford 3-2, Monaghan 7 points. I'm Darren Kelly, joined by former All-Star and Wexford footballer Leona Tector here in the commentary box. In Leona, we'll talk about Wexford in a moment. The 3 goals, the difference for Monaghan. What would they have been saying at half-time to try and get themselves back in this game?
Yeah, well, I'd say that they will be focusing on the pressure that they have put on Wexford, and like they have been unfortunate a couple of times not to get through themselves. I still see them as a huge threat. Maybe they need to start feeding Jodie McQuinlan some one-on-one balls inside. Maybe that will work. But definitely Chloe McBride in there has been a huge threat. They'll be coming out. I expect them to start fast and furious like they started the game, and bring this game to Wexford. They've nothing to lose, so they might need to tighten up a little bit on the 1-2s in the defence, but this game is still very much in my head not over. Not over indeed. It's not just 4 points between them. I can tell you there's at least one change in the Wexford team. Bevan McDonald, where number 22 is on the field to play, so we'll confirm who's gone off for her in a moment. We haven't spotted any Monaghan changes. Monaghan will attack the goal to the left. The wind settling down a little bit, but will favour Wexford. It's 3-2. That's 11 points to Wexford, 7 points to Monaghan. And the second half of this game is underway, and Rosemary Courtney trying to launch an attack, sends it down in the direction of Chloe McBride. And Chloe McBride, the advantage was given for the foul, but the hand has come down from the referee, Ray McBride from Dublin. She gives the pass in for Leanne McGuire back to Chloe, and Chloe McBride now to the number 11, who's Amy Garland. And Amy Garland got a good point in the first half, looking for one here. That doesn't materialise for her, but that's the way Monaghan will have to approach this game, to try and take on Wexford. But Leona, as you said, they have to be careful at the other end. Yeah, no, and that was a good opportunity that they had. Again, it's their 4th wide of the game. Ooh. And a challenge there between 2 players. Clara Donnelly goes to ground, and the referee hasn't indicated a foul at the moment, so it'll be just a stop to make sure that Clara is okay. And she's just receiving some attention there. This doesn't look good. Clara is one of those players that does not stay on the ground and does not want anyone coming out to her, so hopefully she'll be okay. Clara Donnelly, which goes as a great ambassador for Wexford football as well, has competed at Fela level or Ireland junior title as well, but she just went to ground there after a collision, I think it was, with Leanne McGuire. The two of them just committing for the ball, but it went against the Wexford player on that occasion, so we're going to have a hold up in play. Plenty of matches going on around the country in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate and Junior Championship as well. We were just skimming through some of the games that were going on. Tyrone in front of their match, Clare leading their game, Leitrim up in their contest as well, and Westmeath having the advantage against Longford. So plenty of options throughout the field, but we hope, or throughout the country I should say, but we hope you stick with us here in Shelmalier GA Club, because this game all to play for, but of course for Wexford, Clara Donnelly, and it looks in real discomfort here at the moment, and it looks like she'll try and walk it off. She's getting herself back in position, and that'll be a relief for Wexford. It'll be interesting to see, Leona, how the next couple of minutes go for Clara. Yeah, hopefully Clara can walk it off. She's a tough bit of stuff. Bevan McDonald there came in for, it looks like Niamh Butler has made way, number 10 has made way on the team to allow Bevan in. So Niamh Butler, the player that went off for Bevan McDonald, and Bevan McDonald has scored in the championship so far this year as well. We'll look at those stats in just a moment. So she's scored 2 points so far in the campaign. Has started 2 games and came off the bench for 1 as well. But this is Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney coming inside here. This is good for Monaghan. Can they get their first score of the second half? Their hand is out for the advantage, but it won't be needed because the point will count. 2.5 minutes into the second half, and Rosemary Courtney puts the ball over the bar, and it brings it back to a 3-point ball game again. It's 3-2 to 8 points. Yeah, great run by Rosemary. She ran through the defence there quite easily. Wexford need to get a hand on her and quell her influence in the game. Rosemary Courtney, that was her first point of the match. Amy Garland also scoring, as did Jodie McQuillan from a free, and Chloe McBride with 5 points from on in this game. 3 of those from play. This is Lauren Garland. Lauren Garland trying to weave away inside, running into Wexford defenders, but knew that Muireann Atkinson was right behind her, and Muireann Atkinson gives the pass off to Rosemary Courtney, and Rosemary Courtney well capable of turning this game herself as she skips inside. Amy Walsh is going to go for a kick at the post. It'll be a great score if she gets it into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're going back for a free, I think. And Leanne Moore just struggling with that ball, but the referee had blown the whistle before it fell in, so it's going to be back for a free for Monaghan. And Jodie McQuillan, this was around the angle. She got a point in the first half from a place ball. She normally will take them to the left of the goal as we're looking at it, where Chloe McBride will take them the other side. So can
Jodie McQuillan put this over the bar and get Monaghan back in this game, really. So looking for her second of the day. Monaghan's 9th in total, never a doubt. Jodie McQuillan puts the ball over the bar, her 6th point of this championship, and there's 2 between them, 9 points to 3-2.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're in a 2-point game, anybody's game.
Anybody's game indeed, and a good start from Monaghan to this second half, and a good touch from Amy Garland, knocking it back for Jenny Duffy, and Jenny Duffy's on the move forward looking for a teammate. That's Muireann Atkinson, and Monaghan are feeling they have an opportunity now to make some hay. Back to Amy Garland with a kick. It's a goal. It's a goal for Monaghan. I don't know if that was intended or not, but the ball is into the back of the net, and all of a sudden this game has been completely flipped on its head. Amy Garland with the goal, and Monaghan go in front. It's 1-9 to 3-2.
Yeah, like all the pressure that Wexford have had, Monaghan have just come out, started the second half, and a great goal there by Amy Garland. You know, it went in off the post. It was fortuitous, you know, but they all count.
They all count, and that puts Monaghan a point in front. It's Monaghan 1-9, Wexford 3-2, and it's Amy Garland on the move again. The high challenge from Bernie Breen, and she will be having a chat with the referee. You would feel it's going to be a free in for Monaghan, and Bernie will be hoping that she doesn't suffer the same fate she got at the end of the game last week when she got a yellow card and was sin bent. But the referee is calling her over here for a chat, and it looks like Bernie Breen could be taking a breather here, because they don't normally call you up just for a tick that much, but he is talking to Bernie Breen at the moment, and just unfortunate for herself, but the high challenge was in, and the referee has given a yellow card. Amy Garland is on the ground, and Leona for Wexford, the opening 5 minutes of this have gone completely wrong.
Yeah, we knew that Monaghan were going to come out and put the pressure on. They had nothing to lose. You know, it was only a 4-point game. You know, at half-time we were saying that this was anybody's game still, and the proof is in the pudding. Now let's see how Wexford respond to this. You know, they're after a couple of minutes of the game, they're a point down. You know, they need to realise they're back on the field, and now they're down to 14 players. So we'll see what they're made of now.
Amy Garland just getting back on her feet, and Minor in 2019 as well, played in that All-Ireland final against Cork. But what an impact she has had since she came into this game just before half-time. 1-1 to her name so far, and Chloe McBride looks like she will be taking this free, and if they put this over against the wind, but as Leona said earlier on, the wind has never won a game of football, and it's been proven in this game. The form has been going against it so far, but Monaghan have an opportunity here now to go 2 points in front. They have scored 1-2 to no score since the start of the second half. Just over 6 minutes gone, and we're getting ready for the free here from Chloe McBride. Wexford down to 10 players, or 14 players I should say. That ball drops, but it's a chance. Bree McNally, and it was stopped by a defender back towards Lauren Garland, and Monaghan are the team now looking for goals. Chloe McBride will have another goal, a point into the hands of the goalkeeper again. Monaghan will be disappointed that they haven't at least put it over the bar, but they nearly got a goal out of that as Wexford bring the ball out. But Leona, like, even as a Wexford person yourself, like, you know, the concentration levels have dropped there again. The 2 balls dropping short, but they nearly conceded the goal to Bree McNally.
Yeah, again, you know, Leanne Moore was lucky there. Same way last week, she had saved the ball but dropped the ball. You know, a goalkeeper has to hold possession. That's the first and foremost rule of goalkeeping.
They've got to let off at this occasion. Can they make it count? Shauna Murphy sending the ball in towards the attack, and look who it is. Aisling Murphy, can she find the gap? The goalie's out in the goal, but the defence worked well. The hands are on the jersey, says the referee. So it's going to be a free in for Wexford, but just when the game seemed to be going away from them a little bit, a little reminder how dangerous Aisling Murphy is. Chloe Fox will opt to take the point and bring this back to a level game. The referee just, I don't know, is he chatting to someone? No, he just wants to restart the action. So Chloe Fox, 7.5 minutes gone in the second half. Can she put this over the bar and level the teams? Chloe with the kick again, always mathematical, puts it over the bar. It's all square. It's Wexford 3-3, Monaghan 1-9.
Yeah, an excellent kick by Chloe, but just shows you how dangerous Aisling Murphy is. But in fairness, a great ball in from Shauna Murphy to spot the space in front of Aisling. Wexford forwards were a bit slow to get up in support of Aisling. You know, there could have been another goal opportunity on there.
Too many steps going against Anya Lockman. That's only the second time we'll be level in this match. Mightn't be too long as Amy Wall sending a teasing one down to Chloe Fox. And Alana O'Donoghue showing her composure in the goal, coming out to meet that ball and gives it off to Amy Garland, who came back to help out. And she finds a teammate the far side of the field. That's Muireann Atkinson. Muireann Atkinson, though, being surrounded by Aisling Murphy, who's coming out to make it difficult for the Monaghan defenders to bring the ball out the field. However, Monaghan will hold on to it, bring it back to the defence, and Emma Clerkin will move up the field towards the 65-metre line. She has a bit of space, goes with a kick into space, hoping that Jodie McQuillan can get on this, but I don't think it's going to work out for Jodie on this occasion, and it's going to be a sideline kick for Wexford, the far side of the field, taken very, very quickly. Anya Lacey in possession, sends it up the field, play between the two 65-metre lines, and the pass just gets away from Clara Donnelly. Bevan McDonald gets a touch. The Monaghan player missed out as well. That was Rosemary Courtney. The referee says a foul on Clara Donnelly, and it's going to be a free for Wexford inside the 65-metre line. And again, Chloe Fox happy enough to go back if it moves it quickly. Roisin Murphy, the recipient, she gives the pass back to Chloe, and Chloe Fox knocks it forward for Amy Walsh. This is good for Wexford now as they move forward. Ciara Banville involved in the move as well, looking to get their noses back in front after conceding that goal. And it's Aisling Murphy on the move, had to do a bit of work, goes for a kick in the post, and that ball, has it gone out for a 45? I think it has, so it won't be a wide off the hands of a Monaghan player, and another opportunity for Wexford.
Yeah, great work by Wexford there, and again Aisling Murphy is really coming into life into this game. A good half block on the ball, and out for Wexford's third 45 of the match in total.
Wexford have only lost 4 games this season so far. 3 of those were to Kildare, 1 to Louth back in round 3 of the league. They only missed out on making a league final place on scoring difference. They were in the Leinster final, losing out to Kildare. The third of those meetings, 2-12 to 1-8 back on the 28th of May. It's been 5 final defeats for Wexford in a row, but they have been getting to finals, and they'll be fancied by many to get back to Croke Park again this year and try and make it third time lucky. But they have a job to do in their hands here first to try and get a result, and more importantly, again to the quarterfinals of the All-Ireland Championship. Shauna Murphy dropping a ball down towards the attack, looking for Aisling again. 2 players collide with each other. Play continues on, and Monaghan, just when they were bringing the ball out, the referee acknowledged that there might have been a head collision there, so we're going to have another hold up and play. And it's a commitment. Like Leona, there hasn't been any dirty really incidents in this game. It's just players being committed, going for the ball, and up at times putting their bodies on the line.
Yeah, it's a full and open game of football. It's a lovely game of football to watch. You know, it's not either too defensive on either side. Like, you know, the ball is up and down the field. And as you say, like that last collision there was because Aisling wanted the ball, her player wanted the ball, and the goalkeeper also wanted the ball. So, I mean, they were all 3 were committed, and Aisling has come out the worst of it.
We talked about Amy Garland's influence in Monaghan a while ago. Aisling Murphy, of course, the 2 goals in this game, 5 goals in total in this year's championship. She is such an important player for Wexford, but just had that collision there, so it's going to be another hold up and play as we make sure that Aisling Murphy is okay. We'll restart with a Monaghan kick out because they had possession of the ball, but thankfully Aisling is sitting up. 11 minutes, nearly 11 and a half gone in the second half, and it's all square here in Shelmalier. Wexford 3-3, Monaghan 1-9. Wexford top of this group with 3 points after their victory against Roscommon. Monaghan against Roscommon takes place next week, but Wexford looking for that, even the point. If it stays like this, they'll get them into the quarter final, but won't guarantee a home one, and they want that as well. They want to bring an All-Ireland quarter final back to here in Shelmalier, to Wexford Park, wherever the case may be. A job to do first. Monaghan will have similar ambitions. They're at home next week. Maybe they'll be at home twice if they can get 2 wins. Rosemary Courtney out to Anya Lockman. Anya Lockman on the left, and a bit of space opening up, and she turns inside. Got confused for a moment, but spotted Muireann Atkinson. Muireann Atkinson to Lauren Garland. Lauren Garland slices it. Ball hits her own player in the process, trying to get around her. Jodie McQuillan was there too. This breaks for Aoife Cullen for Wexford. She has the advantage. Ciara Banville has the ball, and it's going to go back for a Wexford free. And Monaghan on the left there, Leona, they probably just got their confused for a moment there exactly how they wanted to deal with that.
Yeah, they saw space in front of them, and you know, and they were passing the ball around. You know, maybe the last kick maybe mightn't have been the optimum. It sliced off the girl's boot up into the air, you know, and took the sting out of the whole attack.
So Wexford now with a free back in defence is going to be taken by Roisin Murphy, and she'll send it back a bit further as well. And Wexford happy enough to move the ball up. Loads of time here, but they are under pressure. Clara Donnelly with the ball, gets away from Muireann Atkinson, gives it back to Roisin. Roisin Murphy now turns, looks for a bit of space there, has support from Aoife Cullen. Aoife Cullen has a player in front, Sarah Harding-Kenny. Of course, we still reckon Bernie Breen will be another 3 or 4 minutes before she's back in the field of play. Wexford playing with just 14 players have got actually outscored Monaghan by a 1-0 since Bernie Breen went off the field. Might gain more here because a beautiful take there. Kicking the post from Aisling Murphy, and she puts the ball over the bar, but it was the take, Leona, that you really appreciated there.
Yeah, sorry, I think a bit of a gasp might have come in on the commentary there, but it was a super take. She was 2 feet off the ground, you know, took the ball high and a great take, and then the composure to kick the ball over the bar. Wexford are doing the things right, as you say. We're 14 players. We're putting the pressure on Monaghan, and there's a loose kick from the keeper, which we haven't seen all day, giving the ball back to possession to Wexford, and we're straight in and goal.
And Katrina Murray with the shot there on that occasion. Chloe Fox and Eva Cullen involved in the move, but yes, it was the Monaghan kick out that went astray there, and Wexford nearly getting in for their fourth goal. I was just going to say that was Aisling Murphy's first point of the match. She has the 2 goals to go with that in the first half. Katrina Murray nearly got her second goal. She scored a goal before half time, a point for Roisin Murphy and a free for Chloe Fox as well. That is the Wexford scores in this game, and of course Chloe has 2 frees now. She added 1 in the second half. A Monaghan player on the ground, the far side of the field. So again, just another hold up and play before we get going again. You can just see the flag there, the far side of the field, but it's swirling an awful lot. Muireann Atkinson is the player that is on the ground. She made her debut for Monaghan back in 2012, also won an O'Connor Cup with TCU in 2018, and she will restart the action, knowing her team are very much in this match, just 1 point down, and even if they were to come out of this game with a draw, they would be in a good position leading into their final game next week. Muireann Atkinson skips through 2 Wexford players, goes in the move there, looking for support in front of her. Lauren Garland is hanging around as another player there too, but Muireann Atkinson backs herself, gives it back to Amy Garland. Amy Garland tries to bring the ball in a few yards, looking for the pass to Leanne Maguire. Leanne Maguire out to Breed McNally. Breed McNally getting a bit closer, gives the pass off to Jodie McQuillan. Jodie McQuillan is hoping this will come in. I think she got the angle right. Going to drop again. Another ball dropping short for Monaghan, and the claps there from the Wexford supporters for Clara Donnelly, who dealt with that to bring it out, but they haven't averted the danger yet. You can see Anya Lacey there back helping out the defence. Aoife Cullen has the ball now for Wexford, gives it to Amy Walsh. Amy Walsh to Clara Donnelly, who got that important touch the first time, and Clara will bomb it down the field to the 2 inside players, Murray and Murphy, and it's Murray, Katrina, that's going to win the race for this ball. Will she take on Anya Lockman? I think she will. Katrina Murray on the move. Aisling's there for the assist, but Katrina Murray going herself, gives it back to Aisling Murphy. Aisling Murphy trying to get inside, get a better angle for the shot. A score you would feel should have been Monaghan's, goes to Wexford, a 2-point sting, and that's the way you have to do this in this game, Leona, and a good score for Wexford.
Yeah, great score again by Aisling Murphy. She definitely has her kicking boots on. She has been quiet in the championship to date. She was kept quiet in Roscommon. She was kept quiet in the league and by different teams, coming out with different marking tactics. But today it's going her way, and she's having a fabulous game.
3-5 to 1-9. We're just having a skim around there. No sign of Bernie Breen coming back in the field to play, but she's ready to go whenever the referee decides she can. 16 minutes gone in the second half. We're inside the final quarter. Monaghan with the ball, but they've conceded the last 3 scores and trail by 2. It's Wexford 3-5, that's 14 points. Monaghan 1-9, which is 12. Muireann Atkinson moving towards the 65-metre line. Just went a bit too fast for the ball, maybe, but has enough composure to hold it up for Amy Garland. And Amy Garland will see, can she break the game line that little bit more. Monaghan, no, just get another score, get themselves back to 1 point. Leanne Maguire with possession, looking around for options there. There's options to the left. That option is Anya Lockman, and Anya Lockman skims inside and so a bit of a mini dummy there, gives a pass off, and this is good for Monaghan, but can they finish it with a score? Leanne Maguire just got too much purchase on it on that occasion, and that goes to the right and wide. 6 wide of the game for Monaghan. But Leona, the big thing that's killed them in this second half on the attacking sense is the balls that they've dropped short.
Yeah, they've dropped him short into Leanne Moore. She's caught a couple, and there was a dangerous one that she had to deal with under the bar. Could have gone anyway because the pressure was coming from the Monaghan players on top of her, and as you say, Clara was in there to sweep up. It's good to see Clara hasn't been affected by that knee injury earlier, so she seems to be okay and has ran it off.
You can see in your screen there, Bernie Breen has just come back on the field to play after sitting out for over 10 minutes. Wexford outscored Monaghan 3 points to 0 during that period. Chloe Fox looking to get the first one after Bernie's return. That goes across the goal to the left and wide, but it was an important 10-minute period, Leona, there when they were out Bernie Breen, the experience that she brings as well, and they dealt with it brilliantly, overturning the deficit, and now they'll hope that Bernie's return will help them drive for home.
Yeah, no, it was an excellent 10 minutes by Wexford. Something that they would be well coached on, I'd say, by Lizzie as well, in terms of what happens. Sometimes it's often the team that has the extra player that falls apart when they have that extra advantage. you know, and the team that has down to 14 pushes on, and that's what's happened here with Wexford's case.
Well, Wexford certainly worked very, very hard during that 10 minutes. Will it play its part towards the end of the game? Monaghan will be hoping so. Monaghan have the ball again. Emma Clerkin moving down inside the 65-metre line. Just can't seem to find a gap to get through, and a good defending by Wexford, this time by Shauna Murphy. She was immense against Roscommon last week and standing up against Monaghan in this particular game. Clara Donnelly has covered an awful lot of ground, and Sarah Harding-Kenny moving towards the 65-metre line, trying to barge her way through two Monaghan players, and it worked out for her because she's gotten the free, she has gotten the decision, and Wexford now know, as we look at it again, it's 2 points between them. Two more scores, if they can avoid conceding a goal, could be enough to get them over the line in this game, and the free will take place probably about 55 yards out from the goal. There won't be a direct shot at this. The ball is taken into hands by Aoife Cullen, and Aoife Cullen has actually been brought up towards the 45-metre line, so the referee saying there was 2 fouls committed there. The hand went out for the advantage for the first one, but it was the second time, I think Amy Garland was the guilty party, taking down Sarah Harding-Kenny, that the referee Ray McBride from Dublin decides is the free that Wexford are going to get. Bernie Breen is up in the attacking half of the field, has done her defensive work, now wants to get involved in the scoring. Plays a 1-2 with Anya Lacey. This is Chloe Fox, and Chloe Fox sends that to the left and wide. 2 wides in a row for Wexford, just missing the opportunities there, Leona, to put a bit of distance between them again.
Yeah, no, maybe she would have been better holding on to the ball and moving in closer to make sure of her shot selection, but you know what, like, let's have a go.
And having a go there, because there's a substitute on the field of play, and that is Emma Tompkins. And Emma Tompkins gets a great score there, says our cameraman Dermot Flaherty. It puts 3 between them as well, and she's only just been recently introduced, I believe, there, Leona. What a way to start off your match.
Yeah, Emma's a great girl, you know, another young girl that's coming through on the panel, and you know, and is full of energy and full of life, you know. It's great to see her come onto the field and do what she's on to do, which is put the ball over the bar.
3-6 to Wexford, 1-9 to Roscommon. The number 17 getting the score there for them, and Monaghan just need to get a score to get themselves up and running. They have not scored now in over 15 minutes. That was when Amy Garland got the goal. Amy Garland on the ground again. She's been in the wars in this match, and it'll be a bit of concern from the Monaghan management team. Just while we're having the hold up and play, to let you know as well, Wexford LGFA have a race night coming up on the 13th of July in Enniscorthy. Check out with officers at club or county level for more details on that. A big night, and promises to be an enjoyable night on that occasion. That's in Enniscorthy on the 13th of July. Amy Garland is on the field of play, but it's a yellow card for Aisling Murphy for the challenge there on Amy Garland. And just as we talked about Bernie Breen, Aisling Murphy, well, Bernie Breen and Aisling Murphy both got yellow cards last week against Roscommon. They both got yellow cards here against Monaghan, but that's a massive loss for Wexford in the closing stages of this match, Leona.
Yeah, again, it's putting pressure on the team, but look, you know, they've weathered the first 10 minutes. Let's see what they do for the second half. It looks like Emma Tompkins has come in for Amy Walsh, who is midfielder, and I think she's taken up maybe a half-forward position.
Half-forward position for Emma Tompkins, but Aisling Murphy gone off. We don't have a stop clock here, but that could be Aisling Murphy's afternoon done, because we have 8.5 minutes of normal time remaining in this game. But of course, the only watch that matters is the one that the referee has, and there might be just a bit enough time for Aisling Murphy to get on before the end of this game. But Wexford down to 14 players again, trying to make it count. This is Bevan McDonald. She wears number 22, and she holds onto the ball there. The substitutes hoping to work out, but that's not a substitute for Cullen. Emma Tompkins was knocking around. Chloe Fox with the ball again. Wexford, you would feel, need at least one more score before they can start really talking about holding possession that little bit more. Clara Donnelly to Roisin Murphy to Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins working closer to the goal, sends it out towards the right to Sarah Harding-Kenny. She has scored in the championship so far already, trying to get inside, gives it back to Emma, but she's gotten one, and this might turn in. Not to be for if you're a Wexford supporter, it just wouldn't come. 3 wides in the half of Wexford, 4 in total, and it remains a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, it looks like the referee was given advantage there, so Wexford get a second pot at the cherry there, and I'm sure Chloe Fox will come over and have a go at putting this over the bar. But Emma Tompkins has been a great introduction. When your subs come off the bench, what you're looking for is for them to raise the intensity of the game. You're looking for them to push on in the game. You're looking for them to drive on, and that's exactly what Emma is doing in this game so far.
Well, Leona, the referee's having a chat with a Monaghan player here as well, and there could be another yellow card, so we're down to 14 on 14. Is it Breed McNally, the player that has gone off the field of play? Indeed it has. So Monaghan now have lost a player till more than likely the end of the game as well, so it's back to a level playing field in regards on the field. Now, I don't know if that was for a third tick or for the foul in itself, but either way, Breed McNally leaves the field. Aisling Murphy gone off for Wexford already, and Chloe Fox has the opportunity here to put 4 points between the teams with 6.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Chloe Fox with the kick puts the ball over the bar, and Wexford are now getting in control. They have scored 5 points in a row, and they have a sizable lead.
Yeah, no, it was a great kick by Chloe again. Just in terms of the last sin bin there, I think it must have been for three ticks on Breed McNally, because it wasn't that bad a foul to give away the free in the first place.
You could just see there when she was talking to the referee, she was taking the gloves off. She knew it was up. Play continues on. The Wexford supporters looking for a foul, not given, and Monaghan have the ball to Muireann Atkinson. This is the first time the Monaghan have played with 14 players. Can they have that bit of energy to get themselves back in this game? They won't give up yet. They know they're capable of getting another goal. Emma Clerkin sends the ball off towards Maeve Monaghan, and Maeve Monaghan, look at the pace of Maeve Monaghan. She just went so fast, she didn't bring the ball with her, and it's won by Chloe Fox. And Chloe Fox trying to hold possession. She wins the free, and Wexford won't be in any rush to get this going again. Chloe Fox just picking up a knock on that occasion. She won a county title with Clonee back in 2019, and she's worked hard for her team here today, and she goes to ground, and it gives really probably a last chance for a few players to get a drink of water or get some instructions on here at a critical stage of this contest.
Yeah, no, it's good to see Chloe back up on her feet. Again, you know, she's a dual player. You know, she's been working very hard. She has been excellent this season for Wexford. You know, she's taken over the free taking duties from Katrina Murray, and she is converting every time with them.
Play restarts there, and Wexford on the move. Bernie Breen skipping up the field towards the 45-metre line. Takes a chance when Lauren Garland there. Lauren Garland has gone. The ground referee has stopped it again because of the concern about the head injury. There was definitely contact between the players. It was hard to work out exactly who was what. Lauren Garland was going in for the challenge on Bernie Breen, and it ended up badly for the Monaghan number 15.
Yeah, I didn't see quite what happened there, but she's in a bit of distress on the ground there, all right. You know, so... and again, the referee indicated he's stopping play for a head injury, so hopefully she's not too badly injured. Yeah, it
looked like Bernie Breen was trying to shake off Lauren Garland on that occasion, but the referee didn't see anything untoward in it, but just the concern for the head. Which colours checked it out there. Hugh Donnelly, the Monaghan manager, had great success in his time in charge of Leitrim, winning 2 Connacht titles. He also managed Cavan ladies as well at one stage, and I'd say he was just checking how much time is going to be played, and I'm not too sure exactly how many fingers the referee put up there to indicate. We have 4 minutes of normal time, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we have another 4 or 5 minutes on top of that. But the concern at the moment is for Lauren Garland to make sure that she is okay and fit to continue. Wexford lead this game by 4 points, and as things stand are going to march into the All-Ireland quarter-finals, but she's going off the field of play, so we're going to have a blood sub here at the very, very least, I would feel, for Monaghan. So that's a blow for them, and I haven't seen anybody come on yet, but we'll double check that in a second. But Lauren Garland going off the field to play, and another key player for this young Monaghan team, and she's going to receive some more treatment. Whether that's her afternoon over or not, I'm not too sure. So yeah, the substitute is just coming on there. I just off camera at the moment, just to go check with the official, and it's Abby Carolyn from Mahara Clune Club, and she's on the field to play for what looks like the last few stages of this game, or at least while Lauren Garland is receiving attention. Wexford have control of the ball. Shauna Murphy on the 65-metre line. Good work there by Amy Garland to win the ball back, but she needs support. She gets the decision, gives it to Jodie McQuillan. Jodie wanted to take it quickly, but goes backwards. Monaghan have to get it up the field. They have to get 2 scores at the very, very least, and one of them has to be a green flag. Muireann Atkinson with the pass forward to Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney at the 45-metre line, soloing with the ball and fighting the Wexford players onto her, but being forced back to the 65. The support comes from Shona Brady. Shona, though, held up. The referee says a foul committed by Ciara Banville. So Rosemary Courtney is going to have another go. David McDonald's not going too far back, making sure the Monaghan don't have an easy direct ball to pass on. A 1-2 played there between Emma Clerkin and Rosemary Courtney. That hand is out for a foul on the Monaghan player. So Monaghan getting inside the 45-metre line. 2 minutes of normal time remaining in this game. Monaghan trail by 4 points. They need to get a score from this attack, you would feel. Jodie McQuillan is going to take the free. And she knows... Sorry, go on.
4 points in the game is nothing at this stage of the game, because I reckon there's going to be a good few minutes of extra time for the stoppages in the second half.
Yeah, we reckon we're going to get 4 or 5 minutes of that alone on top of the 2 minutes that we just talked about. And the ball inside, this is Chloe McBride, and their hands are out, and Wexford have to be careful with the challenges going in. They are down to 14 players, and with Shauna Murphy there, had their hands out, and there's the referee calling her over for a chat. And Leona, I don't think Wexford could be going down to 13 players here.
I think this doesn't look too healthy for Shauna. I don't think there was anything malicious in it. I think it was just the speed of the tackle.
The hand was just out there catching Chloe McBride, who's receiving some attention, but it's a yellow card.
Gone. Yeah.
So it's another yellow card for Wexford, and you can definitely say that Shauna's afternoon is over. There's still a chance that Aisling Murphy and possibly Breed McNally could get back in the field to play, but I don't think we'll be seeing Shauna Murphy again for the end of this. Monaghan know they have a golden opportunity now, but they have those 4 points they have to make up. Jodie McQuillan is going to take this free. And if she's going directly, she needs to put this over the bar and bring it back to a 3-point ball game. If you're from Wexford, if you're from Monaghan, even if you're from Roscommon or anywhere around the world, there's a critical few moments in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship coming up. Jodie McQuillan with the free, drops down, and there was a touch there from an attacker. It might be Muireann Atkinson, but Leanne Moore was equal to the task to get it away, and play comes out the field, a collision between two players, and it's going to be a Wexford free. I think the decision has been given, but again, a Monaghan ball dropping down. Great defending from Wexford, it has to be said, because one of those touches there from a Monaghan player that could have ended up in the back of the net.
It could very well have ended up in the back of the net, and I think, to be fair, Aisling Halligan had no clue that that ball was being even passed to her. It kind of bounced off the back of her head, and the Monaghan player was doing what every player would do, sweep in to actually win that ball. You know, and there was a collision there, and the referee has given the free to Wexford.
So it remains 3-7 to Wexford, 1-9 to Monaghan. The 30 minutes have been played, and it's all down to the discretion of the referee, Raymond McBride from County Dublin. It's going to be a free out for Wexford. We don't know how much time is going to be played. We're reckoning 4, 5, 6 minutes possibly, because there has been a few stoppages like this in the second half. So there's still plenty of time for Monaghan to try and rescue this game, and a bit of work for Wexford to do to make sure that they get over the line.
Yeah, it was a great work by the Wexford defence there, and in particular Leanne Moore to come out with that ball. You know, it seemed to have got a little bit of a touch, so the ball was bobbling in there around the goal mouth, which could have equally have ended up in the back of the net. So, you know, there's fine margins between these two teams still, and 4 points on the board. Aisling
Halligan there sitting up, the player receiving attention, a teacher by trade, and likes to treat herself to a donut every now and again on a good day. And if Wexford hold out to win this game, I've no doubt there'll be a few donuts be flying around the Wexford dressing room.
Yeah, and well deserved today.
The referee's going to have a chat here now, so Monaghan could be heading down to 13 players as well for that challenge. So the yellow cards are coming out ticking fast for like some mistimed challenges, it has to be said, from both teams. But looks like we're going to be even again in the playing personnel, because the yellow card is coming out, and Monaghan going down to 13 players, and their fullback Jenny Duffy is the player that's going off as well, and a blow for them for their chances of saving this match.
Yeah, no, look, the last two, you know, both fullbacks had played very well. I think Shauna had been on one tick, and I think Jenny had been on two. You know, but both of them are now seeing out the rest of the match from the sideline.
There's many people in social media that would argue that football should be a 13-a-side game, when you're going to get an example here over the remaining few minutes that are played. 2 minutes of injury time gone, but we still reckon we've a bit more football before this contest is decided. Emma Tompkins flying up the field of play towards the 45-metre line. Definitely one more score you would feel would be enough for Wexford to get over the line. They might have done enough already. Chloe Fox out towards the right. Plenty of space here now in Shelmalier GA Club. This is Katrina Murray, and Katrina Murray didn't fancy the options inside, so decides to hold it up. Wexford can do this, they can control the ball. Emma Tompkins from the Clonlee Club gives it off to Roisin Murphy, the captain of Wexford. Back to Emma. Emma Tompkins again, looking for a purple and gold jersey. Doesn't matter who it is. This is Aoife Cullen. She got a late point against Roscommon. Is she going to get a late point against Monaghan? She has put the ball over the bar in the 3rd minute of added time. Great work there from two teammates teammates. Another score for Wexford, 3-8 to 1-9. And Leona, I know you want to hold up with saying it, but you would feel that score might just be enough to make sure Wexford get the job done.
Yeah, look, we've put 5 points between them. A great run by Aoife Cullen like this. You know, I'm all in favour of controlling the ball and everything like that, but football is a simple game. Put the ball over the bar, increase your score. Sometimes teams go too quickly to be holding up the ball and everything like that, and she made the right decision, putting another point between them.
So it's getting a bit edgy here in the closing stages. Monaghan win the free there for Muireann Atkinson. And Muireann Atkinson on the move there. Aisling Halligan trying to block her path through. Emma Clarkin gives the pass off. This is good from Monaghan, but they need to get 2 goals now, you would think. Definitely 1-2 might be possible. We're keeping an eye out there to see if any of our Sinbin players are getting the opportunity to come back on the field to play. But it's a free out for Wexford for the foul on Chloe Fox. And they will take their time with this. Nearly 4 minutes of at a time has been played. I'm keeping an eye off camera on the dugout to the far side of the field, because Ray McBride might decide that 1 or 2 of these players that are gone off could get back on the field of play before the end of the contest. 4 of them are sitting now watching the action here like we are in the commentary box. And we have to say thanks a million to Shelmiller GA Club for looking after us here with the facilities today, the teas and coffees beforehand. We've really enjoyed the experience. And Wexford bringing the ball towards the 65-metre line. Bernie Breen in the tangle between Monaghan players. Jodie McQuillan goes to ground. Foul, says the referee, and it's going to be a free down from Monaghan. And the free goes backwards. Last chance saloon. And now in possession is Rosemary Courtney, and Rosemary Courtney comes up towards the 65-metre line. The challenge goes in. The hand is out for another free. The challenges on both teams, has to be said, Leona, are getting a bit wilder as this game goes on.
Some of them are tired. They both want to win. Monaghan, to their credit, are not giving up, and they are still pushing.
Emma Clarkin with the kick at the post. The referee has blown for a free out. Now, I missed that myself with the ball. I gone over the bar, but I don't think it's going to count. And Wexford will be given a reprieve there.
Yeah. Looks like it was a late tackle on Sarah Harden-Kenny there. The ball is a free out to Wexford. I think Monaghan had actually put the ball over the bar, so they'll be very disappointed with that.
And we're going to have a chat here. Is that Muireann Atkinson having a conversation with the referee? We could be having another yellow card. So are we going down to 13 feet 12? I'm just double checking that Aisling Murphy is not back on the field to play, but we are having another yellow card. So lots of yellow cards in the closing stages, and Muireann Atkinson is the player that is going off. So a blow for her for that foul in the end, and Emma Clarkin's point will not count. It remains Wexford 3-8, Monaghan 1-9. The referee still writing notes in his book as we get ready to restart the action. 35, nearly 36 minutes gone, and I think he's just making sure that his score is totting up with what he has it. And maybe he's checking the time to see how much more time remains in this game. But Roisin Murphy wants to restart the action when she's ready, and Roisin will send it straight back to Leanne Moore. Wexford now with the extra player on the field of play. Back to Roisin again, and Roisin up towards the 45-metre line. Lauren Garland trying to put the challenge in there. Bernie Breen with possession forward towards Clara Donnelly. Of course, Leona wants you to think about your player of the match. We'll get to that at the end of this game as well. Emma Tompkins in towards Katrina Murray. Can she finish off with the exclamation mark? Maybe Emma Tompkins will, as she goes for a kick. It's dropping down, just goes across the goal, and Anya Lacey tried to get a touch in that, not to be, and it remains 5 points between the teams. 6.5 minutes at a time has been played. I'm not too sure if any indication has been given that we're going to wrap this up. Katrina Murray just in a bit of discomfort there, so we're going to have a hold up and play. But Leona, I just want to say as well here, like yourself, of course, your role as chairperson with the club here in Shelmalier too. It's absolutely fantastic work being done by everybody to allow us host this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Championship match today.
Yeah, a big shout out to the GA club. You know, we were here today, about a big shout out to all of the ladies football people who came out this morning to help and get this place ready. And you know, we made sure that everybody felt welcome when they came here, and we've teas and sandwiches and buns and everything for everyone. So it's been a right day, and it's been a lovely atmosphere here. We've
certainly enjoyed it down here as well. Hopefully it's not the last time we're here. We might be here in the future for an All-Ireland quarter-final, but Wexford are going to host one if they hold out to win this game. Monaghan will not give up. They still believe that they can get this done. This is Rosemary Courtney. Rosemary Courtney with a pass towards Emma Clarkin. She'll try and bring it up forward. That's actually Anya Lockman. Anya Lockman lays the ball off for Amy Garrett. Garland. Amy Garland sends it out towards the right. The 12 players of Monaghan. Maeve Monaghan with possession, bringing it towards the 45-metre line. Is there time? Surely there's not time for 2 more goals. Jodie McQuillan, though we've seen some great sporting comebacks in the past, but Monaghan have to get the ball closer to the Wexford goal if they're going to threaten. The scoring difference might be important as well, because Roscommon will have that advantage going into the final round if it remains like this. Rosemary Courtney, the hands are out, plays continue on, says the referee. Bernie Breen lays the ball off, and Clara Donnelly will bring it up towards the 45-metre line, out towards the left to Sarah Harding Kenny. Sarah Harding Kenny skips between the two 65-metre lines, invites the challenge, has a teammate out on the left, and that's Chloe Fox, and Chloe Fox is bringing it closer to the Monaghan goal. 38 and a half minutes gone in the second half of this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship, and Sarah Harding Kenny will wait for Ciara Banville. Ciara Banville out towards the right to Anya Lacey, and Anya Lacey to Bernie Breen, and Bernie Breen waiting for a moment. He picks out Emma Tompkins. Emma Tompkins pushing closer towards the goal. Back to Bernie, and Bernie Breen looking up for an opportunity there, being well marshalled by Amy Hamill, and Amy Hamill did enough to make sure that ball goes to the right and wide. I think we're bringing back on Aisling Murphy, so now it's 14 against 12. It's keeping score of the players in the field. It's equally as challenging as keeping count of the scores on the scoreboard.
Yeah, no, it's good to see Aisling back on, but we can't have very much more time left in this game. There has been a few interruptions in the second half, but we should be wrapping up soon enough.
Well, we have another couple of minutes, and I imagine Breach McNally will get a chance to come back on as well. We always knew both those players would have a chance. I don't think any of the rest of them sitting out at the moment will see any more football on the field than this, and the challenge there between the two players, and the Monaghan player goes to ground, and it's going to be a free for them outside the 65-metre line. The referee having a chat with his linesman on the far side of the field, so we'll see if any further action is going to happen here. So the player on the ground is Maeve Monaghan, an Ulster All-Star back in 2018 for Largy College.
Looks like he's going speaking to Chloe Fox.
Yeah, Chloe Fox is having a chat, and is she about to leave the field to play as well?
She could very well. He's having a long chat. Yep.
It's a yellow card, yes, so Chloe Fox is off the field, so Wexford are back to 13 players. And Breed McNally is back on the field to play for Monaghan, so I think we're on 13 aside again, but it's very, very hard to keep up. Either way, play will restart there, and it comes back for Shona Brady. Shona Brady, we're number 5 to Breed McNally. Breed McNally with a kick down in towards the attack of the 45-metre line, Leanne Maguire. Leanne Maguire lays the ball off. Monaghan on the move. Breed McNally again, pushing forward. She wants to make an impact after getting back on the pitch, but Wexford, his body's getting in there. Bevan McDonald, Sarah Harding Kenny, and the referee says that Chloe McBride touched it on the ground. I did think now there was contact in her back beforehand, so she's lucky not to get the call on that occasion. Wexford won't mind. Bernie Breen will bring it out towards the 45-metre line. A long kick forward, and Aisling Murphy now gets her first touch since being reintroduced, and she's on the 65-metre line. We have played 11 minutes of injury time in the second half, but there has been lots of stops and hold-ups due to concern for player welfare, and that has to be understood as well. Bernie Breen with possession. Wexford trying to finish this off, and the referee says too many steps between the two Wexford players. Aisling Murphy doesn't agree, but Jodie McQuillan just wants to get her hands on the ball. 3-8 to Wexford, 1-9 to Monaghan. The kick out towards the right to Emma Clerkin. Emma Clerkin brings it forward, looking for support. It comes from Amy Garland. Amy Garland just being held up there. Monaghan weaving the passes together. And this is Anya Lockman. Anya Lockman getting closer, and the referee has blown the final whistle, and Wexford have gotten the job done. Their second win from 2 games in this year's TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship guarantees they'll top their group and host an All-Ireland quarter-final later in the year. Leona Tector, your overall thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a great game of football. The second half may be marred by the number of yellow cards that happened, because it did impact the free-flowing football and that was going on the field, but it was a good game of football. Monaghan weren't out last week, so they have an opportunity now to get themselves together and get out against Roscommon. It's going to be an interesting group, I think, so there'll be all eyes on that group next week. brilliant result for Wexford. They've secured their home quarter final. I know that was something that was one of their aims, to get out of this group and to do that, and they've done it. Maybe they themselves might need to have a little look at their tackling. They've had quite a number of players yellow carded last week and this week, so they might want to refine that a little bit and have a look at it as they move forward in the championship. But a good game of football here and I think it was thoroughly enjoyed by everybody.
Yeah, like I said, the yellow cards will probably just knock the impetus out of the game in the closing stages as well. But even as you mentioned Monaghan, they'll host Roscommon next week. It's a game that they have to win. It's that simple now. They did finish all square. It'll come down to the amount of points kicked first and foremost, but we worry about that when next week's games come along. But after Amy Garland got that goal on 35 minutes, they didn't score again in this match. Hugh Donnelly and his management team will be disappointed with that. They dropped an awful lot of ball short in the second half, especially at a stage when they had the momentum and were trying to really put pressure on Wexford.
Yeah, they did drop a lot of ball short, and for their attack in Paris. But maybe that, in fairness as well, was due to the fact that the Wexford defence were there in numbers and turned them over. They might be looking to get a little bit more. As I say, a couple of their girls were just out leaving cert. It's been a big time for them. A couple of them are still in Leaving Cert, and I think they came on today. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Amy Garland was one that was dropped today because of a Leaving Cert exam. I'm not sure now, but...
Well, we were actually just to cut in, we were given that reason at the start, but I realised afterwards your Amy is actually not Leaving Cert because...
Oh, okay.
But we were told that officially at the start of the game, hence our confusion earlier on. Yeah. But she was a player that really had a positive influence on Monaghan when she did come on.
She did. And the girls that actually made way early on, like they made substitutions very early in the first half as well, in terms of it. Those girls will be etching to get on next week. It's still a very open group and an open championship. I think they will be looking for more for the return on their score Paris up front. But I do think that they have the work rate and the forwards to try and achieve that.
Well, they'll have their opportunity next week in knockout football for Wexford. I know even locally too, there's been a lot of question marks about this Wexford team not getting out of Division 3, not winning the Leinster title again, but they've responded in the championship. And even if neither performance against Roscommon or here against Monaghan was perfect on the Wexford side of things, they found the answers at critical stages. Like even when you look at today's game, the 3 goals in the first half, obviously the main difference between the teams, but 6 points in a row after conceding that Monaghan goal.
Yeah, no, it was a great work rate, and they put their shoulder to the wheel when it was needed, when they went down, when the sin bin was on first. They really turned and worked hard. They came out on top. They pushed on. They scored the goals when it was vital to score the goals, and like at the end of the day, goals wins matches. And they had some good opportunities. In terms of their league campaign, they had a fantastic league campaign. They opened up against a strong Clare team, and they won that. And had they secured a draw in the final game, they would have qualified for the final, and they were unlucky because they lost out on a score difference following a 3-way playoff for second place with Clare and Down. And we know what Clare did. They went on. Clare and Kildare gave us one of the games of the season this year. Went to extra time in the league final and everything like that. So they were unfortunate. They could have been in any one of those positions as well. They've had to dig deep. They've lost a number of players from last year, and one key player that they've lost this year is Orla Keogh, who decided that she just wanted some time out from the county setup. She's a young player, so I'm hoping that she might be seen back in the future. And they've lost experienced players such as Kelly Carney and Shireen Hamilton due to long-term injury. Ellen O'Brien is travelling at the moment, and and Amy Wilson departed the panel earlier in the year. So so they've had their gaps to fill as well. They're kind of like they're pushing on, and it's good to see them settled, and it's good to get 2 results back to back.
Wexford are one of the favourites for this year's All-Ireland Intermediate Championship campaign, and they've booked their place in the quarter-finals, and that'll happen in a few weeks' time. Before we wrap up, Leona, an enjoyable game of football it was. The players that impressed you for both teams, and your overall player of the match.
Yeah, I think there were some great performances on both sides. I think Amy Hamill, she scored some lovely points today. She was very strong. I think Amy Garland was a constant thorn for Monaghan when she came on in the running at the defence. I think Rosemary Courtney was the outlet player constantly looking to get on the ball. But again, being related to Sharon and that, you wouldn't expect anything less. On Wexford side, then you had their defence was very strong. Sarah was popping up every now and then. Roisin Murphy played a good game. Shauna Murphy was playing well. She was contending with with Jodie McQuinlan, you know, who was a very, very strong player for Monaghan. I know she's only coming back from injury, but she was a real threat, and I think Shauna was coming out on top there. Then you had Clara Donnelly really driving from the half back, making the link in positions and everything. But I suppose Chloe Fox and Ashley Murphy up front, you know, they were the two players that were causing constant problems. You know, Chloe was putting over points, and Aisling scored some great goals, and it was great to see her back, and she scored a couple of great frees as well. And you know, and she showed some great skills in the game of football as well, reaching for the ball in the sky and everything like that.
So a push there, we giving the nod to Aisling Murphy?
I think so on this occasion.
Aisling Murphy is our player of the match. That was the voice of former Wexford footballer and all-star Leona Tector. Thank you very much, Leona, for joining us here in the commentary box as well. Our thanks to our cameraman Dermot Flaherty. I'm Darren Kelly, and we hope you enjoyed our coverage here from Shelmalier GA Club in round 2 of the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. For Monaghan, there's positives to take out of this performance. They'll be disappointed they didn't follow on with their goal, but they host Roscommon next week in what is now effectively a preliminary quarter-final. But for Wexford, 2 wins out of 2. The runners-up of the last 2 years are keeping their third-time lucky ambitions intact. We'll be coming back to Wexford for a quarter-final in a few weeks' time. The opponents will find out after next week's games, but they've won this match today. The 3 goals in the first half, 2 for Aisling Murphy, 1 for Katrina Murray. Ultimately, the difference between the teams, though they finished off with 6 points unanswered. We hope you enjoyed our coverage. Thanks a million for joining us in association with Stream Sports. The final score here in Shelmalier, Wexford the winners. They won this game by 5 points. It finished Wexford 3-8, Monaghan 1-9.